that should make milk. And then we build a tank. So if we put, let's see, if we put tank like and then that there, and then let's see, so I guess we need that, and that. And put some of that in there, and that in there. This is the tank gauge. And we'll want a valve, I suppose, actually. I'll put a valve over this side so we can output the liquid milk. So that means we need gauge there. Okay, now I can't remember whether we need to input buckets from the top. So let's try doing, yeah, okay. Okay, so I think actually we can just use normal tube for this, we don't need a redstone signal. So if we go, whoop, like that, and then I don't know whether or not this will connect on its own. No, it doesn't. Probably wants a valve. So let's put a valve there. No? So how do we get buckets in there? I wonder. I might just ponder this problem and I'll be back in a minute when I've got a solution. Okay, so apparently there's no way to pipe buckets directly into a tank. I was hoping you could basically pipe it into that slot there and have it automatically go into this one and then pipe it out. But apparently that only happens manually, so what we're going to have to do is use a deployer, which is okay because we have loads of those in creative mode. So we'll put one there. So this filters the full milk buckets into the deployer, because apparently if you right click with a bucket of milk on a tank like so, it places the milk in just like that, and so on. So, and right clicking with the empty one pulls it back out. So there's actually one bucket of milk in there. And if I go like that, there's 0. So that works. So hopefully the deployer should be the trick for that. So if we, yeah, we've got the full ones in there, so they're going in the deployer, and then we just need the deployer to activate on the same redstone signal. So what we'll do is, actually we have to do put the same redstone signal on all these deployers too, I realise, so we'll run some wire in a minute. First we'll stick the another filter on here. We'll spin him around because he's got to take out the empty ones. So let's go like that, there we go, so the empty ones should come out of there, and we'll put some redstone tube here so that he activates, and then we'll put the empty buckets back in the network. I've got a funny feeling this deployer will be the only one ever used because it will find the most, the nearest inventory. So the rest of these might actually be a waste of time, unless we have loads of buckets. which we could do. We'll try that. First we'll try one and then we'll add more. Okay, so this should right click our full buckets in. This should pull them out, and then they'll fill up over here, and then they'll enter back into the cube network and come back over here, and that'll go around and around until this gets full up. And then what we want to do is start using liquiducts on our tank, and we can attach a bunch of engines. I might put a little row of... Okay, so the engines will actually sit there. Alright, so that's cool. Unless we want to up on something. Yeah, alright, so say we put, I don't know, 4 engines there, will do. And we'll run tube. Actually, yeah, no, change my mind. I'm going to run this right across here, like this, except for that one. And then I'm going to put the engines, these are the biogas engines. I'm going to run them like that. And I'm going to need, I think this should do what I want. Okay, so we need somewhere to output. So let's output them down. We'll do it over here. Okay, so where's my liquiducts? So we need liquiducts. No, not liquiducts. Conduit, energy conduit, of course. So we'll put that over here like that. We'll set them to, actually run a bit more. We'll run a bit of conduit over here. We'll set up our redstone energy cells. That's actually, we're on an empty one, don't we? I got a full one, but that's kind of useless to us because we need an empty one. Okay, so let's put an empty one there. So you should have nothing in it. And then, if we set up to input, these need to be set up to output their energy. And then we need them to face the conduit. There we go. And then we might actually do something that I've used in my survival game that you might have actually already seen before. I'm going to run some Buildcraft structure pipe across the top so that we can have a little monitoring thing just in case the cell gets full. I know it's kind of pointless at this stage since it's empty, but I pretty much do this every time now because it's just a good way to make sure you don't produce energy when you don't need to. Oops. So we want a bunch of iron and gates, another one there, and then we'll get some red pipe wire, and we'll run it right across there, like so, and down here, and then we're going to say when the red pipe wire's on, then redstone signal on. So if the red pipe wire's on, it will send a signal, turn on the engine. So we want to do that on all these. Like that. You'll notice it's off at the moment. But we're gonna, with this one, we're gonna set this can store energy, which it can because it's empty. Turn on pipe wire. Okay, so the pipe wire's on. Now none of these will actually turn on yet because they have no fuel and they have no lava, so they can't actually heat up. You just need the tiniest amount of lava for them to heat up because they can't heat up on their own. So once we do that, there we go, and we'll just do that with each of them. So we'll get a few more lava buckets. There we go. Alright, now we just need fuel in there, which we haven't got yet, because we don't have a cow. And we haven't run some of this wire. So what we need to do is run jacketed wire over to the deployer there, and we'll just run some across there and to here, and I might as well just keep going, I suppose, all the way around. Like that. Right, now the only other thing is getting some milk buckets in the one that pulls, in the filters that pull out milk buckets. Did we actually do that? I think we did that. Oh yeah. Okay, just make sure they're all in there. Yes. Yes. Okay, and then we just need a cow.